Morning, everyone. It's Geri. So, today let's talk about self-reliant. So, I looked this up. I look up the definition of the self-reliant. I have my own definition, but let's stick with what you know Oxford, your dictionary, and Merriam-Webster says. Okay. So, according to Oxford, it means relying on your own strengths and resources rather than those of others. According to yourdictionary.com, it's the ability to depend on yourself to get things done and meet your own needs. And according to Merriam-Webster, it is having confidence in and exercising one's own strength and judgment. So those are the definitions found online that you can search for. To me, a self-reliant person would be somebody who has responsibility on his own growth, his own success, his own happiness. So, and it kind of goes along with what the other ones are, the other definitions are. It's just for me, I think it's more of the responsibility rather than being reliant only on your own self. So, okay, we'll dive into that more in a little bit, but let me just give you an example of what a self-reliant is. So, let's just say you want to lose weight. It's nobody's responsibility, nobody else's. You can't be relying on somebody else's to lose weight. You have to do it for yourself. You have to watch what you eat. You have to exercise. You have to, if you need to count calories, do whatever it is that you need to do so that you can meet your own needs according to, like what yourdictionary.com says. You have the ability to depend on yourself, to get the things done and meet your own needs. And if your need is to lose weight, then you have the ability to depend on yourself to do what you need, to do what needs to be done so that you can lose weight. So that's just an example. Let's just say for learning, I can teach you, somebody can teach you, I can give you training and, I can give you all this information. But if you don't put it on yourself to learn, if you don't become responsible enough for yourself to learn something, then all the information out there won't be any good to you because you're not accepting that responsibility to learn them. So it's really important that you have, like I said, the definitions that are available online are they're good examples. That's basically they're good definitions. They're just saying that you have to rely on your ability. You have the ability to depend on yourself and having confidence. And like I said on my definition, they're more like responsibility. You have to be responsible enough for your own growth, success, learning, whatever it is that you want to do, happiness, whatever it is that you want to have in your life. You have to be responsible for that in order to be self-reliant. I think that's the main requirement, because if you're not responsible for it, you're probably not going to rely on yourself to do it. So if you don't take the responsibility, then you probably won't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot more blaming game. I don't really want to use that word. I'm trying to find another word, but there's a lot of situations when we don't get what we wanted to do, we blame everything else, or we put the reasons on something else. I don't know what the other word is for blame, so just use another word if you know another word other than blame. But anyways, what I mean is, so if you don't get successful, no, let's not do successful because success is relative again. Let's just say if you don't finish your school, if you don't finish your degree, you're gonna blame it on, oh, because I didn't have money, or because I didn't have I had responsibilities, or I didn't have time, or my work won't allow me, or the government doesn't allow me to do this, the economy is so bad. So you have all those excuses not to do, not to finish your schooling. But ultimately, you're responsible for doing it, and unless you accept that responsibility, you're not gonna be able to get yourself to doing it, because you're gonna think it's somebody else's responsibility. So you're not gonna rely on yourself to do it. Why would you? You don't think that it's your responsibility. So, do you get what I'm saying here? So, the other thing about self-reliant is, like I said, these are just practical examples. Uh, let's just say I wanna have a certain weight, like not just to lose weight, but like you want to have a certain physique and certain weight. Like a lot of people wanted to have that hourglass figure. Um, you know, just a side note, hourglass figure doesn't really mean uh, less weight. Because you're carrying weights on other parts of your body. But that's a side story. Anyways, so like let's say you want to do that, and yes, you're doing good, yes, you're exercising and all that, but are you doing targeted exercising? So, and you say, well, but I'm watching these videos and all that, and it's not really helping me. Are you actually doing the exercise? Are you actually doing it like what you're supposed to be doing? Are you doing the full exercise? So unless you take it upon yourself that it's your responsibility to get into that tone body or that physique, then you won't accept, you won't do the work, you won't do the workout. You're probably gonna say, well, the video is not effective. So any video can be effective, any tutorial, any learning can be effective. It's up to you how you wanna apply it to yourself. It's up to you how much you wanna put effort in it. And like I said, unless you take that responsibility on yourself that you are gonna do it and you are gonna be successful at that task, then you probably won't put your 100% effort in it. Let's just say for growth, an example for growth in your, maybe a promotion in your company, promotion in your current job. You're gonna blame others for you didn't get promoted because there's favoritism, and we all know it exists, and it's nobody else's responsibility. I can't blame anybody else that I didn't get promoted to that one position because I wasn't ready for it. I myself did not prepare for it. Well, my resume, you can say, oh, well, my resume is really good. Maybe it's really good for your department, for your current expertise, but if you're not expert in one area that you're trying to be promoted to, then you need to acquire that skill. You need to get expert at that skill. You need to get better at that skill in order to be qualified for that. So remember, so that's what I'm saying is for the growth, that's an important aspect. You have to be responsible for your own growth. You can't just blame because of other things around you. Um, Another thing would be, uh, let's say, happiness. So if you have, if you want to be happy with your life, you have to be happy with yourself first. So what does that mean? You can't abuse yourself and be happy. So you got to be responsible for yourself first. So part of that self happiness would include your taking care of yourself, being kind to yourself, being charitable to yourself, and you have to take charge of your own happiness. You can't wait to be happy just because you're not rich yet, or you're not successful yet, or you're not you don't have the right car or your dream car, or you don't have your dream job yet. You can't wait for that. You have to be successful at what you have right now, and you have to be responsible in finding ways on how to be happy, you know, at that time, at this time. All right, so like I said, that's an example of happiness. Let's just say you want to be happy, but you don't feel like being happy. Remember, happy is a state, so you have to get yourself in that state. I don't know how to explain that better. uh, let's just say if you want to be sad, you watch a sad movie, right? If you want to be happy, try watching a happy movie. You know, if you want to be emotional, try watching an emotional movie. So it's like I said, it's a state. It's a state of emotion. It's not something that you um, just all of a sudden get into that mode. You know, something propels it. If you know, if it could even be chemical neurotransmitters in your system, it could be your hormones, or it could be those things. And if you know, if this is just the scientific side of it, if um, if you want to really go deep into it, then why not go take your responsibility and go have your hormones checked. Go to the doctor and get a, you know, have him check your hormones for, you know, what's going on. Why are you feeling sad? You know, why are you not happy? Maybe even if in a situation that's supposed to be happy, you're not happy. Maybe just check with your doctor. You know, maybe you need some counseling or stuff like that. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but like I said, it is your responsibility. You know, it's like I said, happy is a state, happiness is a state, like a sad is a state. You know, you can't be happy all the time, you can't be sad all the time. It will pass. It's a state. It will pass, and it'll cycle through, you know. I mean, if I'm sure that if you're happy, you'll sleep good. If you're sad, you're probably more so not sleeping well. But again, self-reliant is with, you know, combined with all the definitions I found online and my definitions of responsibility. I think it's a good start for us to evaluate ourselves. Am I being self-reliant? Am I being responsible for my own growth? Am I being responsible for my own success? Am I being responsible for my family? You know, am I being responsible for my own wealth and my own health, my own happiness? You know, those are the things that um, you wanna ask yourself. Just ask yourself. Or am I blaming other people? Or am I blaming the government? Am I blaming the economy, the storm, the weather, you know, the global warming? You know, am I blaming all those things for for the for the lack of success, the lack of wealth, the lack of health, the lack of, you know, happiness? You know, though, am I doing that? You have to be true to yourself, and you have to make sure that you actually answer those questions. Again, you know, oh, probably have not told you this, but it's okay to talk to yourself too. It's okay. And it's also okay if you answer yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. So don't believe the other people that say um, or that tease you or even tell you, oh, she's talking to herself, she's probably crazy. I talk to myself a lot. I even have I even have like long conversations with myself, and I usually write them down so I don't forget them. But that's not bad. I'm just telling you right now, it's not bad. Otherwise, I probably be would I probably would be in a sanctuary if I was if I was in a bad situation because of talking to myself. See, the other thing that I want to emphasize on that is self-reliance. Please don't think of it as an equivalent to self-sufficiency. No man is an island. I've learned that long time ago. I don't even know. I think it's from a kids TV show. No man's an island. So what that means is you will always need other people in your life. You will always need um, other people's help. You will need others for opportunities, for learning, for inspiration, for camaraderie, for relationship. You know, especially you'll need some sort of a belief system. um, like my belief system is my religion. You can have another belief system, you know, like, but my belief system is my religion. I trust God, and I have all of my faith in God, and that's who I am. That's what my belief system is. So you should have your own, and you can have the same. You could have religion as your belief system as well. But to me, that's my guiding force, and without that, I probably won't know or have or be able to do what I want to do or need to do, you know, or responsible to be doing. So, again, self reliance is not equivalent to self sufficiency. Self reliance just means you can depend on yourself and rely on yourself and be responsible for the things that you want and get those things done, within your resources and your power and your strength. But that doesn't mean that you're gonna isolate yourself and not be with other people. That's, like I said, no man is an island, and you can't live on your own, regardless of how other people say that they live on their own. You can't, because you know what? Even if they live in a forest, the forest still, if they believe in God, God made the forest. If they believe in the universe, God, the universe made the forest. But it's not only them. It's not on their own. The forest did not happen because of what they did. So they're never gonna be fully self-sufficient only on their own. So again, please do not equate that. So just to recap, self-reliance is uh, relying on your own strengths and resources rather than those of others. Ability to depend on yourself to get things done and to meet your own needs, and having confidence and exercising your own judgment and um, power. And like I said, for my own definition, self-reliance means being responsible for your own health, your own happiness, your own success, your own growth, but not isolating yourself where you're thinking that you don't need others. So that's kind of like what my little spill is for today. So let me know what you think. Do you think self reliance is good, or there's a lot of information about it. Actually, a lot of people think that being too self-reliant is bad. What do you think? Let me know in the comment, and again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Geri Podkowa, and visit my website. It's www.geripodkowa.com. Again, self-reliant is not equivalent to self-sufficiency. No man is an island, and you can never be only on your own. All right, everyone, have a great day and have a blessed day, everyone. Bye.